Hey guys, Rachel here. So today we're going to be talking about how to really freaking crush it in your business and 3 things that made the biggest difference in my business. So we're going to talk about that today. Oh goodness, I should have looked into the mirror before I went live. We're actually on a cruise, so you might see me like wobbling around a little bit trying to hold my phone steady. And let me show you the view. We're on the Mediterranean Sea. That is Cannes, France, which is so cool. So yeah, okay, let's dive into the good stuff. And I hope my phone isn't too shaky so you can actually really take advantage of the content. So I struggled in my business for a really long time, and there were just some really essential things that I did that really made the biggest difference in my business. So one of the first things that I did was goal setting. And I remember learning about writing down your goals when I was in college, and I became I started doing it, and looking back at the things that have happened in my life of the goals that I have written down blow my freaking mind. Like I wrote down we live in France, and that happened. We lived in France for 2 years. I wrote down I'm in a top ranked infomercial, that happened. I wrote down I win money for losing weight, go so on and so forth, and it just freaking blew my mind. So when you're setting your goals, hey Michelle, make sure you're being intentional and being specific. Those are the 2 things you want to make sure you did. So I didn't just say we move or anything like that. I was very specific of we live in France, I'm in a top ranked infomercial, so on and so forth. These are things that are so specific. If it's income wise, we had a $10,000 month. I remember I wrote that down, and the first time that happened, I was mind blown when you are so intentional about making that a reality. So you have to know what you want, you have to be intentional, and you gotta be specific. And I want you to think even bigger than what you thought was possible. So tell me, what are your goals right now, and are they... So I talk about the goals that make you want to throw up a little bit. Do your goals make you so uncomfortable that you're make you want to puke goals? So my goal for last year, I remember, this was a brand new business. I started this at the end of August 2017, and I was thinking about my goals for 2018, and I was like, it'd be so freaking cool if we made $250,000 in 2018, because it was a new business, brand spanking new. I think we had 1 person on our team at that point, maybe. And it was to me, that was a goal that was make me want to throw up a little bit, so nervous. And I wasn't even sure how it was going to happen, but that was my goal. And in 2018, we surpassed that. We hit that, I think, in August, which is crazy. Hey, Tara. And we did $430,000 in 2018. It was just absolutely insane. So know what you want, be intentional about it, and be so specific. So do you have very specific goals for yourself? If not, make them happen. And do you have a roadmap to make them happen? So, if you set your goal to 10K a month, you got to reverse engineer that. We'll be talking about that during the Infinite Growth Challenge. So we'll talk about reverse engineering your goals a little bit. By the way, the Infinite Growth Challenge is coming up on July 29th. I'm so excited. If you want to register, make sure to go to joingrowthchallenge.com. This is my favorite challenge. And it's something that I know entrepreneurs need, and you need this, just really working on your own personal growth to help you grow your business. Okay, so first thing that I did was being so intentional and specific about my goals. Second thing is having specific rituals. And so I'm kind of obsessed with studying successful people and seeing what are they doing that's different than other people. Because it's not the things that you do every once in a while that's going to build your business. It's the things you do consistently, day in and day out. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. If you haven't read that book yet, read that book, because that will change your freaking life. I remember reading that back in 2011 when I first started my business, network marketing days. And that was such a game changer, because I realized it wasn't the things that I do every once in a while that make a difference. It's what I do consistently every freaking day. And so that's what I did in my network marketing business. I committed to showing up and being very consistent. So think about, what rituals do you have right now? Question, what rituals do you have that are serving you? I want to know. And what do you have right now that's not serving you? So what do you need to change? And those are specific things. So an example that a lot of my students, they have the habit of creating some form of content every single week. And for them, that's a non-negotiable. And they know if they want their business to grow, they have to make that commitment. Content every freaking week. And it's okay if you batch content. Like, I'm on a 2-week vacation. You better believe I had content prepared. So I didn't have to really stress about that. So that's one of the things. Maybe it's having a morning routine. And I'll talk about that too in the Infinite Growth Challenge of specifically what I do, because having a very, like, just a really clear morning routine, this will change your life. Because just imagine you wake up to like a kid. I remember, gosh, when TJ was little, he'd like peel my eyes open, mommy, 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 mommy. Like, think about how that sets the tone for your day compared to actually waking up before the kids wake up, before anyone else, having your quiet time to be intentional, write down your goals. Oh man, I can't wait to dive into that during the challenge too. One of the other things, habit or ritual, if you want to call it, avoiding email and Facebook first thing in the morning. Is this something that you do? Do you avoid it, or do you open up your phone and go straight to email or Facebook? Because I actually saw a study that 70% of just like Americans, I think, I don't even know who it was, but 70% are like, they literally look in their phone in the middle of the night. They look at their phone the first thing they wake up. How do you think that's going to impact your day and just your mindset and just everything? If the first thing you do is open up your phone and be like, oh crap, I was supposed to do this, or oh, look at what they did, just all that comparison and all that crap, like, that's huge. And then the third thing that I did that really made the biggest impact in my life and my business was making sure I was very specific about my environment. And so like attracts like, and you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and you have to be intentional about who it is that you're hanging out with. Because think about it, like, look at your inner circle. Most of the people in your inner circle, they either have great habits or bad habits. You know, they're working out and eating well, or they're not. They're goal set and like driven, making stuff happen, or they're not. And so look at who is in your inner circle. And some of the things that I've done that have really helped is intentionally pursuing growth, hiring a coach, joining a mastermind. Man, like, I just really made a commitment to up-leveling who I was spending time with. And the mastermind that I'm a part of now, I spoke on stage at that mastermind, so it's cool that I know I have stuff to offer, but I also know I have a lot to learn. And I'm learning from them about like insurance and taxes and all these things that are important for a business, right? So think about who you're surrounding yourself with and who are you learning from. So the ladies in Activate, my group program, like, they're feeding off of each other and working with each other to help each other grow and reach just crazy levels of success over the course of 6 months. So that, you know, that part alone is worth the investment. So Michelle asked what the link for the challenge is. joingrowthchallenge.com. So we have our Infinite Growth Challenge that's starting on July 29th. Just go to joingrowthchallenge.com. And just to recap, 3 minor shifts that made the biggest difference for me: goal setting, creating rituals, and changing my environment and being intentional about who I'm hanging out with. So let me show you really quickly where I am, because that was the content. Oh, it's gonna be a little loud, but look. Oh. Isn't that amazing? So I wanted to jump on live with you before we have wine tasting in like an hour, but oh, it's so nice. What's on your travel bucket list? Because for me, a Mediterranean cruise, that was like huge. And here we are. So fun, so fun. Okay, so I'm gonna get ready for some wine tasting. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you in the challenge. Bye.